blue eyes, blonde hair, very small, just above my waist. She's 7. She was wearing a pink coat and sparkly shoes. Oh, excuse me. Have you seen my daughter?
I haven't seen her, sorry.
Excuse me, have you seen
Sorry.
Excuse me.
No, sorry.
Excuse me, have you seen my
I
daughter?
haven't seen her, sorry. It must be hard.
She's turning 8 tomorrow. I'm going to make her a birthday cake for when she gets back. Vanilla's her favourite.
Julia's daughter Sophie has been missing for nearly 2 years now. And well, Julia hasn't been living or coping with it, really. Sophie disappeared one morning when she was begging Julia to take her to the park. She said she stopped complaining after. She only wanted 10 minutes on the swing set. 10 minutes. It took 10 minutes from Julia getting dressed to come into the kitchen table to find out Sophie wasn't there. Sophie must have gone to the park. Sophie must have been on the swing set waiting for her mom, Julia thought. Her pink coat was missing from the coat rack. Her sparkly shoes went out the door. At least she wouldn't be cold, Julia thought. At least she wouldn't be cold while she waited for her mom. Sophie wasn't at the park. The first week of Sophie's disappearance, Julia practically lived at the police station. There were no real suspects. No one had an idea of where Sophie could have gone. But Julia had her suspicions. She blamed nearly half the town for her daughter's disappearance. She even told the police that she suspected her neighbor. There was no real evidence or reason for blaming her neighbor, but she did anyways. Julia needed someone to blame, someone to aim her anger and frustration at, someone to take her guilt and make it their own. What if I had been at the kitchen? What if I had gotten there on time? What if? Those are the questions Julia constantly asked herself. The sympathy and the kindness of people ran out after 5 months. People thought Julia was so delusional that perhaps she orchestrated her daughter's disappearance. Of course she didn't. Julia had managed to drive everything and everyone good out of her life. Well, except Anne.
I need to show people better photos. Then they'll recognise her. This was from the park a few roads down. It was from last year, when we first moved. And she was so excited that there was a playground nearby. I had to take her every day. Oh, this was her first day of school. She cried when I dropped her off, but she just started to enjoy school before. Well, this was her last birthday.
Come in! I swear you never open the door for me anymore.
And you have a key.
I know. Julia, you're not still handing these out, are you?
I'm not throwing them away.
I'm not asking you to. I'm asking you why you still have them.
I'm not throwing them away.
Julia!
I'm not!
I'm not asking you to. She won't look the same.
going to say is, she might not even be alive,
No, Julia, I'd never say that.
But that's what you were thinking, weren't you? These flies are stupid. That I'm wasting my time handing them out because nobody cares. They're useless, aren't they? Because nobody knows anything. But what if they did, Anne? What if one person knew something? There's a chance. And I can't give up on that. I can't give up on her.
I know.
I brought lunch. Is it something decent this time?
Hey, don't bring anything next time. Cook your own food.
Oh, you wouldn't dare. I'm too moody when I'm hungry and you know it.
I know, I bring food as a peace offering.
Well, maybe if you bring cookies next time, I'll be more peaceful.
Cook your own food.
What are you waiting for? I'll be eating everything by the time you sit down.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I'm not waiting for anything. Food's still warm.
We're waiting for her.
Get up.
Thanks for dishing my food out for me.
That's not for you.
Who's it for then? I made lunch for 2, not 3.
There's enough for 3.
No, we make room for 3. We always make room for 3. You reserve a 3-person table. You buy 3 train tickets. You might as well be asking me to cook for 3.
You need to cook more, Anne.
I might as well though. I mean, what if she walks the door and that's not enough food for a growing girl?
And stop. We always have room for 3.
No, we make room for 3. I'm going to give you some dates for a while. I'm going to the shops. Do you want anything?
Could you get me some cake mix?
For Julia.
Just, please.
You're terrible at baking now.
Oh no, I didn't say I was going to make it. That's okay. We know that you'll try your best. That's all we can ask for. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
What did they? Did they find him?
No, of course they didn't. They've only just got into the river.
I guess I wasn't expecting it as long as it is.
We've waited 20 years. I think we can wait a few more days.
You're right. I'll be patient. Just like to have a look. You're the other fishing people in here. I think that's from you then.
I miss him.
I do too.
Liz and Richard Stone. They lost their boy Arthur nearly 20 years ago when he was just 15. In a police interview, they said that Arthur was outgoing and adventurous. He'd stay out late with his friends at this spot they'd go to. It was an abandoned bridge above a fast-flowing river. Unsupervised, drunk teenagers on a rickety bridge above a fast-flowing river. It was an accident waiting to happen, except it wasn't an accident. When Arthur didn't return home one summer evening, Richard and Liz went to Arthur's friends' houses. They'd all said the same thing. Arthur hadn't been there that night. Arthur hadn't been coming to the bridge for weeks. Arthur is probably out drinking. Liz and Richard knew Arthur was like reckless, but not that reckless. When his parents reported him as missing to the police, they questioned all his friends. They had no idea what happened to Arthur that night, and they all said the same thing. Arthur is reckless and impulsive. He probably ran away from home. It's definitely something he would do. Except one friend. That one friend said Arthur was there that one summer evening, and that he didn't want to jump into the river like the rest of his friends. So, they pushed him. The police searched the area surrounding the bridge, but once they found nothing, decided Arthur was missing. It's common amongst teenagers, they said, running away from home.
Why are you here? 6 and 1? I has to work.
You need a break.
I haven't got time for that, kid.
Yes, you do.
What I really mean is we do not have the money for it.
Then I'll get a job.
No, you won't.
I could get a job.
No, James, you need to focus on school.
I barely even go anymore. I'm too busy taking care of her.
She's sick, James.
She's not. If anything, she's made herself sick from worrying now.
She's struggling, and you saying all of this is not helping.
Well, I'm trying to help. I can get a job.
No, you don't need to, kid. Let me sort out the bills.
I need a job so I can get out of this place. And God, that's the first time I've seen my dad all week. He leaves home early. He gets home late. Don't feel sorry for him though. He's only doing it for himself so he doesn't have to deal with everything at home. It's like my parents don't even live here anymore. Mum never leaves her room. Dad's always at work. It's been like this ever since she left. She'll never understand the mess she's left behind. I doubt she'd even care. She left without saying goodbye or telling us where she's going. Mum says she's missing, but she's 18. She had a right to leave. I think she just went away with a new boyfriend. I don't care though. I think it's good she's gone. I say good riddance.
The Smiths. Once a family of 4, now a family of 3. Marie and John Smith are what you'd call strict parents, though it's more of Marie making the rules and John just agreeing with her. Kiri, their daughter, left 6 months ago in the middle of the night. The Smiths did everything to try to find her. Posters, publicity, search parties. But Kiri's an adult. She's allowed to go missing. She's allowed not to call her parents and tell them of her whereabouts. But Marie couldn't accept this. She couldn't accept the fact that her daughter willingly left. Well, whilst Marie and John were dealing with the disappearance of Kira, their daughter Jamie had to step up. Instead of them being there for Jamie, Jamie was there for them. I believe one day Jamie will forgive her parents for no longer treating her like a kid. But Kira, Jamie would never forgive her sister for leaving.
Morning. You're welcome, you know, for making such an amazing cake. Well, have you tried it yet?
No.
Well, I need you to tell me if it's good or not. And don't tell me it's too early to be eating cake, because it's not. We can put candles on it if you want.
She's not there to blow them out.
Today's a tough day. Julie, she'd want you to celebrate.
This is about her, not us.
No, this is about Sophie's love for birthday cake. Do you remember when, on my birthday, she blew out my candles and you had to give her this lecture about how you can't blow out other people's birthday candles? And then, when we cut the cake, she cried because it was vanilla.
And then I had to go to the shop and buy her a cake.
Yes, even though it was my birthday.
You said you didn't mind.
And I didn't, because it made her happy.
She wished it was a birthday every day.
Yes, because of how much you spoiled her.
I couldn't help it.
Now, am I cutting this cake or you?
I'll do it. You never cut big enough slices.
Anger is an emotion perceived to be less socially acceptable than sadness or guilt. This anger can be extended towards the missing person for putting their family through such a distressing experience, or for leaving without an explanation. That sounds about right. I'm writing an article on how family members of missing people deal with it. You know, the grief, the uncertainty, and the frustration. It's about how they cope with it and move on. It's just a stupid research project for uni. Nothing important. It's a pain to write, actually. How do I put people's pain into words? It's not easy. I don't know if I'm doing a good job, honestly. But it helps, you know? Watching other people move on from something. It gives me hope.
Morning, Mum. Wait, did you use the last of the milk for your tea? Did you at least ask Dad to go get some more? Take that as a no.
James? Yeah? Where's John?
He's at work, Mum.
Could you go get him for me?
Why?
I need to talk to him.
So you'll talk to him, but you won't talk to me?
You're too difficult to talk to.
What? Why?
You just won't understand.
Of course I understand. I miss her too.
No. I miss her more. I grieve her, James.
She's not dead.
You don't know that.
She left.
She would never do that. Never.
Clearly you didn't know her as well as I do.
I know my own daughter. She'd at least call me to tell me she was okay.
She left to get away from this family.
James, someone took her. They must have done. They must have. Go to school.
Liz, come out with any crossword.
I don't even know why you bother with them. You're hopeless at them. Richard, let me answer it.
Hello? Yes,
Let me talk to them.
I'm with them. Have you found him? Oh, that's understandable. And you're sure? It's a long river with a lot of land around here. It could be anywhere, really. Well, thanks for the update. We appreciate it. Yes, bye.
Why didn't you let me talk to them? You never asked the right questions.
They don't think he's in the river.
What? Why? He has to be Richard.
Liz, it's okay. They just think he washed it into a river then.
So they're going to search around the river then? Well, that might take some time.
It might do. It might be close. And we'll find him quick though.
I think that would be worse.
What will?
Knowing that he was never even that far away and we still somehow found him.
We did the best we could for him. Might be nice to come out too. So I need to head to the shop. Do you come with me?
Yeah, I'll make a shopping list on the way.
We don't need a shopping list.
Yes, we do. Where's that fancy wine we bought last Christmas?
Garage.
Seems a waste giving them this.
Liz.
I'll be nice.
Hi, welcome. I brought you this.
Oh, thank you. Look what Iris and Mike brought.
Well, thank you.
Take a seat, everyone. How's work been, Mike?
Well, it could be better.
Iris and Liz grew up together as kids. They were friends since childbirth, practically sisters. But do sisters really give up on each other? When Arthur disappeared, life became so difficult for Richard and Liz that she pushed Iris away and Iris let her. She didn't even fight for their friendship. Iris wanted an easy life, and Liz's life had become too complicated. So, they lost all contact, didn't talk to each other for years. until Richard and Mike started working together. They had to build their friendship up again. Of course it's fake, all for sure.
Well, as you know, our Chris got married last month. It was a lovely wedding, wasn't it, Mike?
It was expensive, that's for sure.
Yes, that was a special day.
It was a waste of time and money, Irish, let's be honest. We spent thousands just to watch them exchange flowers and food. We could have done it for much cheaper now.
Have you finished with your food?
Oh yes, it was over.
Iris picked the cheapest wine as a gift. Liz's china plates for special guests are stored away, not worth seeing the light of day for such terrible company. Richard is a terrible cook, but Mike will say the food is good because he needs to ease the tension, not to be polite. After dinner, Liz and Richard wouldn't serve teas. They'd kick them out the door at 9 o'clock, and that's the monthly dinner. Iris and Mike will go home and complain about how Richard and Liz were such terrible hosts, while Liz will pour the rest of the wine down the sink. Richard will clear the table full of untouched food. And that's the dinner, if all goes well.
Well, it's something he said. What? Mike's an idiot.
He's ungrateful, Richard. At least he has a son. I would do anything just to see Arthur on his wedding day, even if it's just to see him watch exchange vows in a field. I need a minute.
Is everything alright?
Yeah,
Was it something I said?
it's getting late.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Food was lovely as always.
I don't know how you cope with him.
I work with Liz.
At least he has a son. He should be grateful.
We have a son.
No, we don't. We lost him 20 years ago. Did you hear what Iris was saying? Her next door neighbour is a grandmother now. All of Iris's friends are. Arthur would have been 35 by now. He'd have been getting married. Can you imagine it, Richard? Having been able to sit at a stupid dinner and talk about our son, about how proud of him we are, about how his wedding wasn't a waste of money or time to us.
I imagine all the time with Colin and I. Liz? What are you doing here?
They found him. They found pieces of his clothing and they kept him.
What?
He's gone, Richard. Well, he was really gone. But now it's been real.
Good morning, this is the morning news. It's Tuesday, November 19th, and just this morning, after 20 years, Arthur Stones' body has been found. His body was found on a nearby riverbank at 2:20 a.m. His parents, Elizabeth and Richard Stone, hired a private diving team to search for Arthur in the river, where they suspected he'd drowned nearly 20 years ago. Arthur was only 15 years old when...
Mom, when's the last time Dad went shopping? There's literally nothing in it. Are you listening?
I was just thinking.
What are you staring at? The TV's not on.
I'm just tired, Jamie.
You're always tired now. It's not normal. Why are you staring into space?
I'm sorry. I just wish Kira would come home. I know she's not going to.
Yeah, Mum, she's not. She's not coming back.
And she left. You keep telling me she's leaving with her boyfriend.
She's selfish, Mum. She left of her own free will.
Stop being so cruel. I think the boyfriend must have taken her.
No, Mum. She left on her own. She left because of you, because of how
No!
strict you are.
She loved me. I know that. And I loved her back. She knew how much I loved her.
And she still left.
No,
It's all right, Mum. You'll be okay.
nothing will ever be okay. Not until she's home.
I'm happy for them. I really am. 20 years not knowing where your son went. Imagine that. But I guess they've gotten their closure though. That counts for something, right? Everyone deserves to find closure. Doesn't mean we all get it. Am I going to have to wait 20 years? 20 years just to find him dead?
I'm relieved, but I shouldn't be, right? I just found my son's body. I'm relieved, but I shouldn't be.
I feel like I can finally breathe. Like I haven't been able to for the past 20 years. And now it's over.
It's not numbness I'm feeling.
I don't feel empty. I feel relief. Dad, I know you're home.
Look, your mom is asleep.
You're home early again.
Yes, but I'm heading out again.
You're letting her waste away, Dad.
What?
She's wasting away, and you're letting her.
No, I'm trying to help her, kid. I'm getting money so that I can pay for professional help.
Maybe one day you'll come back here and she won't be here. Have you ever thought about that?
I'm working all day to support this family.
This family? Do you think we can even call it that anymore? And don't lie, you're not working for that. You're working for yourself so you don't have to deal with her grief or your own.
You don't understand.
Maybe I don't understand, but I want to, so help me understand.
Listen, if Kira wants to be found, she will be found. It's nothing to do with us, kid. If she wants, she can just walk right back to this house. And yes, I hate it. I hate that I have no control over it. I hate we don't even know whether she's alright.
Dad,
And I hate that she might not be able to take care of herself. She might not be able to eat. She might not be able to cook her own food. And maybe she wants to come back, but she can't.
and there's nothing we can do.
You know what? Maybe I'll stay home today.
Hello? Hey, Jamie. Kira? Has it been that long you don't even recognise the sound of my voice?
You left.
I needed to. I was trapped in that house.
You didn't even say goodbye.
I know, I'm sorry.
You don't know, Kira. Stop saying you know because you don't. You don't know because you haven't been here. You don't see what it's like here now. Mum's a wreck, and Dad's never home, so I'm alone. You left me.
I am sorry.
Are you coming back? Ever?
No. I was just calling to see if you were alright.
Well, I'm fine.
You alright?
She called.
She... Kira? Is she okay?
I hate her dad. She's so selfish.
Why would you say something like that? She's your sister.
And I'm her sister, and she still left.
What else did she say?
I thought when I...
You what? We've been trying to find her for months, and you hung up on her.
I always knew she left on her own. I just wish I was wrong.
We can't tell your mother about this.
Why not?
Because she'll want to talk to Kira. She's not just going to take our word for it.
You can't keep this from her.
Yes, I can, and I will.
If you don't tell her, I will.
Do not.
I'm going now.
James! Get back in!
I am a wreck, aren't I? I should be offended or hurt. But I know it's true. Sometimes I feel like I'm still there, that day. Sitting in this chair, waiting for her to come down from her room, like she was supposed to. And she would get angry at me, or ignore me, or anything. But now, I know she's alive. My Kira's alive. She didn't call me. She called James. I'll have to be better to him.
Have you ever said something that you really, really shouldn't have? And you didn't mean to. And you tried to take it back, but you can't. Have you ever said something that's absolutely awful and you just felt so judged and angry that you just say the most hurtful thing that you can think of? And you think when you look at them and they look as hurt as you feel, it's going to be satisfying, but it's not. And you just stand that you're just a really, really bad friend. That cake was so good, Anne. How are you so good at everything?
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You can cook and bake and you're an amazing friend. You've been over every day this week. I'm starting to think you have attachment issues. Really, what is it? Am I just great company?
Well, yes, but
Oh, you don't need to say anything else. All I care about is that I'm great company.
Julie, I'm moving.
What?
I'm selling the house.
But, Anne, why? You love that house. You're happy here. You always have been.
There's nothing left here for me.
What about me?
You're the only reason I'd stay.
So stay!
I've left my job.
So get another one!
I can't!
Why not? Why wouldn't you tell me this?
I didn't want to upset you.
Oh,
Why are you doing this to me? I always put you first. Everyone in this town hates me because I defended you and it was worth it. But I have to go. I have to do this for me. You're just going to leave anyway. This whole week was just you trying to make up believing, wasn't it? I don't want you to hate me. I want you to come with me. Just go. Leave. I don't need you here. I don't need you. You just always used to get involved. You just had to latch onto me and my life and my kid. I'll go if you want me to. I do. Leave.
The emotional impacts of having a missing family member don't diminish over time. They're trapped in their grief for as long as their family member remains missing. There may be guilt because they blame themselves for the person going missing. Or there may be anger about the victim's disappearance. But in times like these, family and friends just look after each other. It is the most important part of coping with a missing family member. Wait, what are you doing here? No, leave, go. You were there for their stories, not mine. I'm not important. You don't even know my name, who I am. You should not care. I am not like them. I don't have anyone. Liz and Richard have each other. Julia has Anne. The Smiths are family. I don't have that. It used to be just me and my brother. He went missing 4 years ago. The moment we turned 18, we moved out and bought this flat. It's not the best, but we planned once we got enough money, we'd move to somewhere bigger. He valued life experiences, never planned for the future or thought about what he wanted to do with his life. I felt like he wanted to disappear. That the reason he never planned for a future with me is because he was thinking with one by himself. One without me in the picture. So, this article isn't for university. It's for me. I thought it would help me figure out how to cope with his disappearance. But it won't help. They've all moved on. Or they will. Except me.
She's not hated me more for the last 2 weeks. But honestly, like, Emily was just like so nice about it. She was like,